The natural environment of Wales has so much to offer everyone, from majestic mountains to peaceful parks and beautiful beaches. Unfortunately, not everyone is currently accessing the outdoors for lots of different reasons.
The Come Outside programme aims to enable organisations who work with people experiencing deprivation or disadvantage to enable them to use the natural environment and outdoor activities in the work that they do with their client groups. Because a lot of those organisations are very skilled in the field that they work, but not necessarily skilled, knowledgeable and confident in getting people to use the outdoors, so we help bridge that gap.
Come Outside brings together partners working in the areas of health, outdoor provision, community development and environment at a networking event. We work with all partners to share information and bring them together to find out what each person can offer, to be able to make a list of realistic, achievable outdoor activities to offer community groups. In one of the Come Outside areas, a group are meeting every week for a healthy families session where they learnt about healthy eating and healthy living. The group are really keen to go cycling, but some hadn't been since childhood. One lady had never learned to ride and another had restricted mobility.
I was enormously overweight, walked with a walking stick. I had back problems, knee problems, foot problems. Started looking at wheelchairs and thought, I'm going to be dead by the time I'm 60 if I don't do something. So got on a bike and started volunteering here because I thought it might make me get on my bike even more. And the weight came off, I've dieted, I feel better, I'm fit to work now, I've got rid of the walking stick.
Over the 5 weeks, their confidence increased. One lady rode a bike for the first time ever. Another lady used an adapted bike with her daughter and got down to the river for the first time in years.
We're at the Daiwano Outdoor Centre in Llanwano Forest. The forest is part of Welsh Government's estate managed by the Natural Resources Wales, and the reason we're here at the centre is part of the partnership approach that we take here with Come Outside, is bringing a number of partners together to provide opportunities for people who don't normally get outdoors and enjoy outdoor activities.
I get an amazing buzz, an amazing sense of satisfaction when people come to the forest and they see it for the first time, and every time that happens I see it through their eyes again, and I just love being in the outdoors, and to pass that on to other people is just a blessing for me, and I really enjoy it, and that's why I do it. And this is what we want to see, is people coming back into the forest to realise it's theirs to walk in. It doesn't matter what age, but my ideal day is in the forest is when someone comes for the first time, and perhaps we go into the Gruffalo walk between the trees and the light changes, and it's a multi-sensory experience. We have youngsters here sometimes who haven't got speech, they've got certain difficulties, and you can just see it on their faces, and I think everybody's first visit is my favourite time. But I'd rather come here than go anywhere else.
So I'm Rachel Davis, I'm the Community Health Officer for Communities First Cardiff West. Myself and the Come Outside officer have been working quite closely to get people walking outdoors. I think just talking to people, they didn't really want to just go for a walk. It was, there sort of had to be a reason behind it or something that would take their interest. But Come Outside ran an event getting people to enjoy the outdoors, kind of a family activity event. So on the day we had different partner organisations running different workshops. We had like a local fishing group run some tasters, we had some geology, rocks and formations, we had the planetarium dome, which was the kind of nugget to get people in. So Dark Skies ran that, so it was all about constellations and mapping the sky, and then we had Cardiff Council Parks Department and Come Outside and St Fagans run different walks in the woods. I think we had about 120 people, and that was more around just to get people interested, and we'll do a lot following on from that.
We work with the community engagement leads to find groups who might benefit from being involved in new activities. We talk to the group about their current experiences, what activities they like doing, when is best for them, and what support they would need to take part.
Geocaching is massively engaging. It's sort of like health by stealth, if you like. So they're essentially little GPS units that people can program in coordinates and go looking for caches that people have hidden all over the world. I think there's 2.5 million of them hidden globally. There's something in the region of 6 million geocachers out after them. And basically, a typical geocache or cache will have essentially a logbook in it, a couple of little trinkets, maybe fridge magnets, that sort of stuff. So it's just a bit of fun, following the arrow really like a digital treasure hunt and going looking for those. What I'm keen to do as well is create my own trails and tailor them for the group. So if the group are a mental health group, I'll tailor it towards sort of ecotherapy. A weight management group, I may look at sort of healthy eating tips and that sort of stuff. So that, you know, there's always something in that cache that highlights any issue that the group may have. I think we need to look long term really, and we need to look at people's health, you know, and the length of hospital waiting lists at the moment and the chronic ailments that are, you know, prevalent, especially in the valleys. You know, you've got heart disease, chronic arthritis, levels of cancer in the valleys are really, really high. And I think that, you know, with people being in the outdoors and getting some fresh air, you know, that can really, really benefit people for the future.
My name is Andy McDougall. I work for Tyke Calon Community Housing. We're in beautiful Brimbark Park, which is on the outskirts of Tredegar. Tyke Calon, we're fortunate to be one of the partners that were involved with Natural Resources Wales on a Come Outside event, which was a superb day, very well attended event, and everybody really enjoyed it. As a housing association or a registered social landlord, we see our role as bigger than just being a landlord. It is genuinely to try and improve the lives of our people and the tenants and residents that live in our estates. But I think it's the same in Blaen y Gwent as anywhere in the world, and that people never truly appreciate some of the beauties, some of the outstanding natural features that they have on the doorstep. And therefore, what we're trying to do is to actually, with our partner organisations, is try and make those connections, is to try and encourage people to actually see, appreciate and enjoy what's outside. From Tyke Calon's perspective, we'd really value working with Natural Resources Wales again, because I think it was a superb partnership. As a landlord, our role is to try and encourage the people that live in and around our estates to come and participate, have a go, and I'm sure once we've persuaded people to have a go and come and enjoy it, then, you know, people will be much more enthused to do it on an ongoing basis. And that's really important. You know, we need to get more people out, walking, cycling, doing whatever, to take those few extra paces that will perhaps maybe, you know, help people reduce their weight, think a little bit more about the diets and all those good things that we all know is good for us, but probably avoid a lot of the times. But if we can encourage people to think a little bit more about that, then we're heading in the right direction.
My name is Susan Davis. I'm a service user with Havel Mental Health. I want to thank whoever thought this programme up first, whoever's idea it was to start a Come Outside programme. I'd like to thank them, because just for me, it's helped me tremendously, and it's brought a real change in my life. You don't really want to know the problems that I had before the Come Outside programme. Ian asked me to do a little talk like this up in Garwnant. I thought we were going to be sitting around a table like this, and I walked in and this hall was full of people, and I'm going to Ian and I said, have I got to talk in front of these people? Oh, you'll be all right, he said. But you know, I got up, I was scared to death, I was frightened, but I made a joke. Thank goodness they laughed. I am a service user with Havel. Havel, as you know, is a serious mental health organisation that's based all throughout Wales. I'd just like to say to you all that you're all safe. You don't have to worry. Since I've been working with Havel, I've lifted me up. I'm excited about life now. Over the last 10 to 14 years, I have lived a real bad time in my life. I've been basically, I lived in my bedroom for 14 years. I took my food to bed. I still got this depression. It's a deep depression, but I can see that by doing all these activities and all the help that I've had from the likes of Ian, Come Outside and Havel, I can see that this light at the end of the tunnel is starting to get a little bigger, and I can see that one day I will get there, and that's what I want to say.
You know, we know that through the Come Outside programme we've been able to engage with probably about 1,000 people now in a whole range of outdoor activities. And we've experienced a fantastic response from organisations and individuals, which just confirms the view that people really do want to get outdoors. There are organisations who want to get their service users enjoying the outdoors, but only if there is support to develop the capacity to enable them to do it. And that doesn't mean lots of money, it means skills and expertise in working with these particular groups and organisations. And I feel very optimistic that we can get a lot more people outdoors, those people who have the most to benefit in terms of health, well-being and skills benefits. I feel optimistic that we really can reach some of those who the environment sector in the past has felt were the hardest to reach, and really what we mean is that they're the ones we failed to reach.